wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, woo, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators.
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on us, flaring on us. We Ric Flairing on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on us, flaring on us. Jet, we Ric Flairing on us, flaring on us. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Ric Flairing, gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death. I'm Paul Bearing, not at all scary. One eye open like Betty Wops and fine to these circles that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People wanna see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders, trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow who can't cry over spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on us, flaring on us. We Ric Flairing on us, flaring on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on us, flaring on us. We Ric Flairing on us, flaring on us. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness, it's really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, black son, we ain't nothing like the mother guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on us, flaring on us. We Ric Flairing on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on us, flaring on us. We Ric Flairing on us, flaring on us.
Yeah, DQ baby. Shout out that boy Nigga for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, Vinny Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids, D-Phase. Yeah. Bubba C. Yeah. Ric Flairing on him. Ric Flairing on him. Ric Flairing on him. Ric Flairing, son up, baby.
Hey, yo, Scotty, I'm back. Season 2, we here. Next level, bigger and better.
You are the only
Let's go.
person in the conference. All participants are muted.
I'ma lose control. I'm not afraid to fall. Watch me drink it and feel it all.
8 p.m. Monday night, so you know it's time to tune in to the Afterglow Show. Shout out to Kofi and the fam, you rattlers, the football historian. The audience is pouring in at this time like Jackson State playing Grambling. Both hosts like quarterbacks, but ain't scrambling. The Alcorn state of mind that I'm in got me blending in, but standing out like tiger skin. Shout out to TSU and all the recruits, turning down big schools for HBCUs. They changed up the scheme, so we changing the scenes. Money for our likeness is nice, but this means we gotta give it all that we got in this game. Black college grad myself, I went to pain. Pick, run, hit, or throw, that's your option. Discussing the coaches, wins, and the losses on the Afterglow.
See me letting go.
Scotty, you went crazy.
I'ma lose control.
Every Monday night at 8,
I'm not
super crazy.
afraid to fall.
Featuring
Watch me
Kofi and your boy
drink it
Scotty.
and feel it all.
You know what time it is?
Go,
Let's.
go.
You heard me. Let's
go,
season 2.
go.
Enjoy.
What is going on, everybody? Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everybody. And everything like going on. You already know what it is. Afterglow Show of the 2023 season. Okay? And you already know what it is. Can't do nothing without my partner in crime, my boy, gonna be in my way.
What up, boy? What up, boy? What up, boy?
What's good, Kofi? I appreciate you starting the new year without some green or some orange. You know, that's what's that cream? Is that white? What's that?
White, boy. It's that
Yeah.
white.
I appreciate that, man. You know, I didn't want you to bring in the new year with some old stuff because you stay bringing it. I'm like, come on, we gotta have something a little different. An orange drink. God, no. Man,
Let's go.
You members are brainwashed out here in these streets, man. Boy, got an orange drink. How was your New Year's though?
It was good, man. It was hype. We went to church, you know, got to bring in the new year and everything. And it was good, man. You know, they served dinner and gave us a word. Everybody, you know, shouted and brought the new year in. So yeah, good stuff.
Okay. You know, man, I was traveling. Shout out to me and Key. We was out there in Houston with the bodies, chilling with Andrew Buddy.
Let's go.
Yeah, we was down in Houston. We was down in Houston kicking it with them, man. Had a really great time because we had to drop the kids off in Dallas because they had to go back with their mom. Then we shot down to Houston. They cooked it with the bodies for a few days, and then we came on back, and now we here, man. So that was our New Year's. That was pretty good
Stuff, man.
had a good
Good
time.
stuff.
Yeah, I had a good time with the bodies, man. And shout out to JB. We kicked it with JB. You know, y'all might know him as Carlton Gumbel, you know, but we kicked it with JB as well, man. I had a really good time. I had a really good time, man. It was really good. But you know what it is, 2023, bringing it in the right way. You know what I'm saying? We got some topics for you guys that we're going to talk about and get into today. But before we do that, I got to bring up, I will be remiss. Listen, Tuesday, okay? Tuesday is Prayer and Prophecy. All right, listen, Tuesday, this is a members only live. If you are a member, not a subscriber, I say again, if you're a member, Key would be doing a live show Tuesday, 7 Eastern, 6 o'clock Central. The call lines will be open. You can call in for prayer. And if God so leads her to give you a prophecy as well, she will do that as well. All right. So we trying to start the new year off a right way. Be there or be square. Okay. So listen, you are more than welcome to call in. She'll give you a word for 2023. We should give you word for 2023, prayer for 2023, and give you a prophecy if so led by God. I told y'all, listen, I be trying to tell y'all my girl talk to God. Okay, I be trying to tell y'all. Y'all think I be bull crapping, but the girl is connected, hot line. You know what I'm saying? They used to call me on my cell phone. Boop, 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 boop. All right. So tomorrow, do not miss that. 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central. That is for you guys. We're doing that for you. Members only live. If you're not a member, too bad. If you are, become one. If you are, be there. If you're not, you better become one and get there on time as well. All right. So let's make sure that happens. All right. So any other way to start the New Year's would not be remiss, Kofi. What is give me your New Year's resolution, and then give me a SWAC and MEAC New Year's resolution. Hit me with one of those. Yeah.
Okay. Well, seriously, bro, you know, just really for me, my goal is to continue in the vein that I'm in, to make it bigger and better. But my main goal is to lose 75 to 100 pounds.
Woo! Now, you know, once you put it in the atmosphere and you put it on the channel, people gonna hold you accountable. You know what I'm saying? People gonna
that's good. I need the accountability because your boy got a very bad sweet tooth, and you know, I fasted for an extended period of time. I've done that before. I know that I can do it, but right now, you know, just given my age, given the health and you know, not that anything's bad's going on, but
Yeah.
you know, my father passed at age 64. He had a stroke. By the time he was this age, he had already had a heart attack and a stroke. So, you know, just for me, just taking precautions and really trying to step up in that area and really get back in the gym and, you know, just really be faithful to that. But more importantly, it's about eating right.
I like it. I like it. All right, I'm going to go with mine, then we'll go to the SWAC and MX. My New Year's resolution is to be goal-driven and vision-driven, and we take it. I gotta say it, because if I don't say it, it won't. To me, I'm not holding God accountable for what he's given Key to give. I want Offscript to be the biggest HBCU platform. That's number one, right? Number two, I want to change the game. I want to continue to change the game, right? And number three, I want to be able to change young men and women's lives that are in college athletics in general. So it could be sports, it could be getting education, scholarships, whatever I can do to be impactful towards any young man or woman's aspirations to get into college or athletics or anything like that. I will want that to well. So that's my New Year's resolution. And then for me and Key is to be peacefully married. Okay. Like, listen, you know what I'm saying? Because our wedding's coming up in July. Just a peaceful marriage, a nice, smooth transition with friends and family and loved ones and stuff like that. So that is also my New Year's resolution. So I got to put it out in the atmosphere. Got to give that kingdom activation to say it, manifestation. If Yo Gotti can finally get Angela Simmons after like 8 years after he put in a song, come on, man. Manifestation is real.
Let's go.
Manifestation is real out here in these streets. All right. What you got for the SWAC resolution?
The SWAC resolution is to bring Offscript to the Media Day press conference. That's the SWAC media. That is the SWAC New Year's resolutions, to cut out all the stupidity and pettiness and let Offscript into the media day.
I would appreciate it. I really would. You know what I'm saying? I really would. All right, listen, man. And let me say, we know what we're talking about. New Year's resolution.
Hold on. Let me go back. Let me.
Go ahead.
We the SWAC. We the SWAC gonna stop being some punk Negroes, and we gonna let Scotty and them up into the Offscript, into our media days, and they're gonna lie him in so that he can ask questions during the week during our press conferences as well, because we know he got a few questions for the coaches.
For the coaches. Oh man, listen. My resolution for the SWAC is, one, that they get some real lawyers. Like, they get a real legal team, because they are in. I've never seen a conference in so much legal trouble. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, what are your lawyers for? So that will be my first New Year's resolution for the SWAC, is to get better lawyers, because God, dog, y'all Bamas are always in some litigation. That's numero uno. Number two is my New Year's resolution for the SWAC is to all be on one accord. Can we just all be on one accord? You know what I'm saying? Of just understanding what, like, looking. Thank you, babe. You know what I'm saying? Just being in symmetry, right? Because I'm looking at FAMU's basketball stream, and it looks like ESPN Junior, and then I'm looking at Alabama A&M's, and it looks like a Tecmo Bowl, you know, Pac-Man graphics. So I'm like, can we get some symmetry? Can we get some symmetry? That's my.
Bruh. You know, and see, that's really the thing, really, with this whole, you know, because people are talking about, you know, we should stream and, you know, really partner with the whole urban edge. And I'm just like, there has to be some quality control with that.
Yeah.
You know, and, you know, it's okay if you don't know how to do it, right? I don't expect you to know everything, but get with the people that know what they're doing.
Facts.
You know, if it don't matter what school they go to, et cetera, if they can help, that should be a part of what being in an HBCU conference is all about, to be able to unify, to be able to exchange ideas so that we can all be better at the end of the day. But there's not enough conversation going on, in my opinion, about the where we are now, where we're going, and how we're going to get there. The vision can't be left strictly to McClellan. You know, it can't be left strictly to them, and it can't be left really with just the presidents. There needs to be more fan engagement, because a lot of the things that our conference needs, if they would talk with our football players, talk with our athletes, or talk with the bandsmen, talk with the fans, we could have a better conference.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Shout out to my boy BJ Bowler. Hey man, listen, bro. You stepping away and your brother stepping into that slot, y'all Bamas is gonna be FAMU legends for real, for real. Like y'all, man, that Bowler name gonna be something at FAMU, because your brother is just as nasty. I can't even fake. The MEAC New Year's resolution. I'm gonna go first on this one. Listen, can you add a team? My New Year's resolution for the MEAC is to no longer be the Elite Eight. Okay, especially the Elite Six in football. Can we upgrade that? Can we move that? Can we move that forward? Can we implement some new teams in there? Listen, I don't know. That's what I got for the MEAC. Just add a team. Add some teams. Anybody. Lottie Dottie, anybody. Just add somebody. What you got, Kof?
You took my resolution.
Oh yes. Woo-hoo!
But seriously, you know, it's time to expand MEAC. Y'all are great. You know, obviously you won multiple Celebration Bowls, but at the same time, it's time to really I want to see the implementation and the communication of vision at another level. That needs to be the resolution. And again, engage your fans, engage your athletes, see where their heads are. You might find some future leaders that will be able to help you go to the next level. It can't be all old, crusty people sitting in the office that haven't communicated to anybody below the age of 25 in the last 10 years. This is not about you. This is about the preservation of vision and the continuation, or I want to say the implementation of vision, which can only come from the people in the schools that you've been assigned to lead. Tap into those regions, tap into that creativity that young people and your fans will bring, and perhaps it will open up your lanes and open up more opportunities so you can see how you can properly serve the conference.
BJ, the phone line is 518-263-8124. That's the call line right there. Let me say something. I want to give a New Year's resolution to HBCU, right? You know, it hit, I feel like I'm preaching, hit my spirit. Listen. Empower yourself, right? Empower yourself, and really, what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say your stuff is cool, right? Like, this is the thing I have a problem with. The time that I've been in HBCU, you brag like your stuff, don't stink, right? You're like, oh yeah, we this, we that. But the support is not the same. That's where it's kind of, it's funny with me, right? You can't, what bothers me is I see HBCU people say, oh, we this and we that. But the support doesn't show that, right? I mean, yes, you go to a classic. Yes, you go to a rivalry game. I literally sat up here and watched 4 to 5 women's basketball games. In every stadium, I could literally count how many people were in the stands. You have to, you have to love your stuff. You have to love your stuff, treat your stuff like it's your stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like when you have a kid and he has a video game or he has a toy and you say, yo, treat it like it's yours. Treat it like it's special, right? And I'm not seeing that with the involvement of the people towards like these athletes are coming to your institution trying to give you everything they have, and you're not giving back to them by just showing up, buying a ticket, being in the stands. And that could be for a regular football game that's not a classic, or that could be a basketball game. You know, it's just supporting what these athletes are putting on the product on the field. So field and the court. That's just my support, y'all.
Absolutely, man.
Absolutely. All right, let's get into these hot topics. All right, Kofi, you up first. I know you got something that you need to get off your chest.
Man, I was just sitting there. You know, Stephen A. always engages. You know, he loud and he do what he do. But that whole conversation that he had with Isaiah Thomas, bro, last week when he sat up there and Isaiah had the audacity and the balls to get up there and say that Michael Jordan was a non-factor in the 80s. He's like, how can you be the greatest of all time? He's like, you didn't beat Magic and Kareem in their prime. You didn't beat Bird in his prime. And you didn't beat us. And the fact, the year that you won the MVP, or Michael Jordan won the MVP and the Defensive Player of the Year, he was like, we beat him 4-1. So, you know, he was like, all this greatest of all time and XYZ. He was like, you know, for us, he was a non-factor. I was like, bro, non-factor? Wow. That was huge.
I gotta agree with Peasy. Like, where's the lie, man? Listen, man, I'm not going to speak too much on Jordan because people are gonna say, Scotty, you know, I was like, when Jordan was starting, like I was growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like a little baby, so I'm not gonna really dive too deep into it or whatever because you know there's some old heads in the call lines that are just gonna be like, oh, Michael. But to me. Listen, man, I think Shannon Sharp says it all the time. Everybody forgets all the ass whoopings he was taking before he went to 3 back-to-back champs. Like, nobody talks about all the ass whoopings that he was. They bring up all the losses when it comes to LeBron. They bring up all the losses when it comes to Kobe. They bring up all the losses when they talk about everybody else. But when they talk about Jordan, they never talk about when he could not get out the first round, when he couldn't get to the playoffs, when he didn't make it to the champion. He only won 6 rings, but he was in the league for like 12 years. So what about the other 6 years that he was getting his ass whooped? Nobody ever talks about those things. They only bring up Jordan winning championships, but they don't never talk about all the L's he was taking. So I just wish they just keep the same energy. Like Jordan was great. Nobody's saying Jordan wasn't great. But I just think you keep the same energy. And I think Gilbert Arenas said something very special too. He said Michael Jordan was a new era athlete, right? Like it was like he was that transformation of bigger guards being able to do more things and be more athletic. He could jump higher than a lot of people. He could sky and do all these things. And they were still, Gilbert said a lot of those guys was working like part-time jobs. You know, like they were plumbers and like what the Starks do from, he was bagging groceries before the Knicks picked him up. Like, it's just little things like that. That is like, it's just a different era when you compare the 90s or the late 80s to these nowadays basketball players who all they do is change. They train all year round. Like it's basketball all year round for most of these guys. So, you know, it's just man. Listen, man,
bruh. You know, just watching this, the number of people, you know, because people, especially people from Chicago, they like Jackson State. Like they gonna defend. They're gonna defend Michael Jordan to the bitter end. They're gonna defend everything that he does. And it's like, you know, Isaiah Thomas had a major argument. In fact, when it comes down to the greatest of all time, Isaiah definitely has to be one of the greatest. And I know that he's still bitter over that whole Olympic, that Dream Team snub that had to have been done by Michael Jordan. Mm-hmm. But Isaiah was the only one that beat Magic and Kareem in his prime, Michael Jordan, and Larry Bird. all in their prime.
All in their prime. So,
and he didn't make the dream team. He is like the only thing that I really want to see. Have you seen that movie Knives Out?
Yeah, the first one, not the one on Netflix. The first one,
the first one, and the second one. They need to do a Knives Out with Michael Jordan and Isaiah Thomas. Or they could have at least the ESPN sit-down interview with them both there at the same time.
Now that would be good. That would be good. Like they need like Ayana, like like the lady Ayana, like my life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I would really enjoy that.
Ayana Van Zandt.
Yeah, I would really enjoy that. Ayana, like,
oh my God,
MJ and Isaiah, like, ooh, that would really be good. That would honestly, I would listen. I don't even watch that lady, but I would be tuned into that one. That is interesting.
Fix my life with Isaiah Thomas and Michael Jordan.
Man, telling you that listen, that break the internet.
That'd be fight.
Break the internet. All right, listen. Next on hot topic. This is my hot topic. I don't know if you must have seen the top 200 singers list put out by Rolling Stone.
I saw that foolishness. Well, most of it.
First of all, I don't even know why you went to 200. That to me, I just don't like. I think you're just trying to add people that shouldn't be on the list, but that's just me. So I'm gonna give you the top 20, right? But I'm gonna tell you some people that I saw that was over other people that I'm just like, don't agree with, right? So here is the top 20 of the top 200 singers by Rolling Stones. All right. And I agree with the person who just said that list is trash. The list is absolutely trash. All right. So 20 was Marvin Gaye. 19 was Frank Sinatra.
Crap.
18 was Celia Cruz. Don't even know who that is. Elvis Presley at 17 is robbery. Elvis Presley at 17 is a white robbery, because at the end of the day, we know what that was about. We know what that was about. We know what that's about. Bob Dylan, Freddie Mercury from Queen, Patsy Cline, don't know who that is. John Lennon, Little Richard. I don't agree with that.
How is he so high?
I don't know. I don't agree with that.
He can sing now.
I don't agree with that. That's just not my. Otis Redding. Oh, Al Green. Listen, top 10 wasn't too bad. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was all black, so I ain't have a problem with that. Top 10: Al Green, Otis Redding, Beyonce, 7 Stevie Wonder, 6 Ray Charles, 5 Mariah Carey, 4 Billie Holiday, 3 Sam Cooke, 2 Whitney Houston, 1 Aretha Franklin. That's the top.
No MJ is in the top freaking 20. I'm like,
MJ's not wrong. MJ's not even top 50. He's like 86. I think
that is ridiculous. You can just take young Michael Jackson and Who's Loving You, and Smokey was like, bruh, the adults, there was nobody that could outsing Michael on Who's Loving You. Nobody, not even the adults. He was like, bruh. Michael Jackson vocally is one of the greatest of all time. His voice is super distinctive. Super distinctive. Nobody else sounds like him.
I didn't agree with Ray Charles at number 6. That's just me. But let me tell you some people that kind of, okay, so Michael is like 80. He's in the 80s. Michael's in the 80s.
That's ridiculous.
Jasmine Sullivan is behind Ariana Grande.
That's ridiculous.
Alicia Keys is in the top 200, period. That shouldn't even be. Look. Aaliyah is actually pretty high, and I don't agree with that. I think Aaliyah was like in the 30s or like late 20s or early.
Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah, I said Usher was 97. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen.
Kim Burrell's name ain't even up there.
Oh, Diana Ross was like, I think she was like in the 60s and 70s.
Give me a break. She's ranked ahead of Michael Jackson?
Yeah, I believe she was.
Come on, man.
There's a lot of people. Ariana Grande was ranked above Michael Jackson. I thought Michael should be in the top 15. That's just me personally.
I should have been top 10.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't know.
Ron Isley ain't nowhere to be found.
Not on the list. He's not on the list.
Come on, man.
Celine Dion's not on the list. A lot of white people had got upset with that. Celine Dion is not on the list. Marvin Gaye is on the list. I think he's number 20 on this list.
Barbara Streisand, where's she at?
I don't know. I ain't see her name. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people on this list that I've never.
Ain't no Karen Clark up there.
R. Kelly, of course, R. Kelly is not on this list. Come on, man, stop playing. You know they wouldn't. Even yeah, come on, he's in jail. Come on,
Luther Vandross ain't even in the top 10.
Is. He's not in the top 10. No, he's not. He's not even in the top 30. Yeah. So yeah, I don't. Yeah,
that list is trash.
Man, listen.
That list is garbage.
The mere fact that Michael was 80 something, I was like, oh, throw this away. Throw this
Garbage.
away. Garbage. Like, and I listen. I asked Key because she's I shouldn't have asked her. I said, you think Stevie Wonder and Michael Jackson? Because I would pick Michael Jackson over Stevie Wonder. That's just me. I'm not saying that Stevie Wonder is not a top 10 singer, but I would pick Michael Jackson over.
He need to be top 10. But even with that, Marvin Gaye could outsing. Otis Redding's a bad man, right? He ain't no better singer than Marvin Gaye.
Yeah.
Marvin Gaye stood in the Los Angeles Forum at an all-star game, made up his own version of the national anthem.
Yeah, that was fire.
It was so fire that the channels, when they went off, would play Marvin Gaye singing the national anthem. I'm just like, bro, like, it was so epic and so profound. Nobody. I mean, he's got the top 3 national anthems of all time. Then his vocally, he could do, his ear was like really just ridiculously good. His ability to hit notes that nobody, why are we down here at the?
Oh, I'm letting you talk. I'm just letting people see the list who haven't seen it. That's all.
Burna Boy. Come on, man.
No,
where these people?
You wouldn't even be singing. You know what I'm saying?
Getting mad.
But go ahead. I don't even. Yeah.
I'm getting mad. I'm getting mad. Just because.
She's 193. I forgot to say.
My God. Like Brandy.
Brandy was one. That's so disrespectful. They got Ariana Grande over Brandy. Like, I'm like, bro, what are we doing? What is we doing? Yeah.
That list is garbage. I don't need to see them all. See, I'm gonna get mad. I'm gonna get mad. And I told Jesus I wasn't gonna be cussing as much this year in 20, but in 2023. But this list right here is just ridiculous, bro. Yeah. Who are these people?
That's what I said.
Look, they had Aaliyah ranked ahead of Michael Jackson.
Yeah, they did.
Come on, man.
Yeah, they did. They definitely did.
Aaliyah.
Yeah.
182.
Come on, you see the disrespect? You see the disrespect? That's what I'm saying. The disrespect is just pure. It's pure.
Marvin Gaye.
How is SZA over
Brandy? Jasmine Sullivan. It ain't close.
Come on.
Vocally, it's not close.
Come on, bro. Come on.
It's not close.
See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
The degree of difficulty with what Jasmine Sullivan does, with what Marvin Gaye used to do, and the rest of these people, it's not close, bro. This list is beyond garbage.
Hey, I'm telling you, I'll stand on this. They did 200 just so they could have more white people on this list. I don't care what nobody says to me. They made this list so they could just start putting random white people in places they should. I do like Chris Stapleton. That boy can blow.
I like him.
Yeah, I like Chris Stapleton. But they just made this list. Like, who are you? I'm sorry.
Sylvester. Come on, dude.
You know what I'm saying?
Why the hell is he even on the list?
You know what I'm saying? It's just like,
I'm not going to do that.
Mark Anthony over Jasmine Sullivan. Like, what are we smoking? What are we smoking?
Anybody. First of all, Jasmine Sullivan vocally is one of the greatest artists that's out there right now.
Yeah.
They got Mary J. Blige over Jasmine Sullivan, and I love Mary J. Blige.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
I love her songs. Her production work is fire, but she can't hold a candle.
Not even. Who is this kid?
Jasmine Sullivan.
You see what I'm saying? It was just to put white people in random places. I swear to God, that's all this list was. That's all this list was to put white people in random spots.
Marvin Winans. Ain't no Marvin Winans, ain't no CC. Every time I see this, I'm just getting mad. Now I like Martha Reeves. I like her, but over Brandy, bro.
Oh, you feel me? You feel me? Like
That's
this.
ridiculous.
That's what I'm saying. Like this is what I was reading through this. Oh, El DeBarge, I do.
I like L.
I
like L.
Them Bama's can sing. Lauryn Hill. That's. I would say.
Oh my God, like Lauren.
100. I would say. I would give her top 100. I would definitely give her top 100. I don't think she's below 100.
Anytime you can sing "His Eyes on the Sparrow,"
true,
or a real gospel song, and really do it justice.
Who are you over Lauryn Hill? That's what I'm saying. Who are you? This is the stuff I be talking about. You gotta watch the white people. Oh, you gotta watch the white people. I'm telling you.
No Karen Clark. They ain't do no. Who did this list? Who's the author of this article? Rolling Stone couldn't. We need to email them. Who is this?
Donny Hathaway at 1.
Donny Hathaway at 126 is ridiculous. This Christmas, bro, alone.
Etta James is high on this list. And what, she got like 4 songs. Like, let's not play this game. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Etta James got like 4 songs.
Jackie Wilson was a bad man.
Let me see what we got here.
Daryl Coley ain't even on. I mean, they'll have no gospel singers on here. Erykah Badu can't sing.
She shouldn't be that high. She shouldn't be that. Erykah should not be that high. I'm sorry.
You better call Tyrone.
She got to be the one.
I love her performances, and she does what she does, right?
This Bama don't sing. All he does is scream.
Jill Scott. Is Jill Scott on the list?
I don't think Jill Scott's on this list. The Weeknd at 110. The Weeknd at 110. Dog.
What's that girl name that be playing that guitar? And she sang about the hair in the video.
The hand in the video.
Hair in the video. Not the kind of love in the video.
Oh, India.Arie.
No Fantasia. No India.Arie.
Yeah, no Fantasia.
Where's Jennifer Hudson at?
She's not on the list. Jennifer Hudson's not on the list at all.
They ridiculous. They need to throw the whole list away.
Her not on the list. Nope, her's not on the list. Nah, it's a lot of people that
throw the list away.
I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Listen, I'm just passing off that. When I heard about the list and I looked at the list, I said, "Oh, this is just."
India.Arie sings better than Mary J. Blige. From a vocal perspective, India.Arie sings circles around Mary J. Blige. Mary J. Blige be hitting wrong notes all the time.
I'm not gonna validate that with no. I'm not gonna.
Mary J. Blige has more hits.
I'm a Mary J. Blige fan, so I'm not.
Mary J. Blige has more hits, but India.Arie can sing circles around Mary J. Is Ralph Tresvant on there?
Nah, he's not on there. I'm gonna agree with Rolling Stones on having Mary J. Blige and not having India.Arie. I didn't agree with a lot, but I'm definitely going to agree with that.
Not over no Jennifer Hudson. Not in terms of singing, and definitely not over Fantasia. Where's Patti LaBelle in that?
I don't know.
Come on, man.
I agree with Imperial. Tank is not on there either. Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Imperial Mary over India.Arie. That's all day, every day.
Mary J. Blige is a better entertainer. She's a greater entertainer. She's a greater performer. She's a greater all-around actress. But vocally,
Ruben Stutter's not on there. Bobby Brown's not on there. They said finish the list. All right, I'm gonna finish the list for you guys. All right, 109. Just go keep scrolling. 107. Lou Reed. Bill Withers. 106. Aaron Neville, Leonard Cohen, Taylor Swift.
These people just made up. Why is she not even on that? Gladys Knight at 101.
Yeah, last night at 101. Let's see. Now we're going 100 and up. Let's get it. Elton John at 100.
That's ridiculous too.
Clyde, Bob Marley. I thought that was pretty fair. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe Usher 97. Chuck Berry. Let me see, Stevie Nicks, Anita. That was low. Ooh, I would have gave her at least like 70 or
80. That she could have been riding there where
Yeah.
Michael Jackson is.
Yeah. You know, I think Anita low. That's pretty. Anita low. Anita a little low. That's just my personal opinion. Let's see what we got
Did
here.
they say that was that Farrakhan?
Nah, but she's in here. Chaka. She is Selena 89. Don't even know who you are. There, Diana Ross at 87. Man, that head is weird. Ugh. That disrespectful. No, this is so disrespectful. This is just pure disrespect. This is just pure disrespect. Oh, 86. Dog. There is not 70 better singers than Michael Jackson. I just want to say
period.
There's not 70 better singers than Michael Jackson. I'm sorry. That just really bothered me.
Young Michael Jackson.
And Johnny Cash ain't better. Whoever this is ain't better. You damn sure ain't better. Okay.
Amy Winehouse. That's a joke. That's a slap. Keep going. This scroll. I'm mad. Stupid list. Oh, raggedy list.
Bruce Springsteen. You know they got to put the Wilson Pickett. D'Angelo. Yeah, I forgot he's on.
Now, D'Angelo's a bad boy.
He can blow. Somebody said no Nate Dogg. Nobody does it better.
Oh, they got Patty at 74. Come on, man. Lionel Richie. I don't see no Lionel. Keep going.
I think he's on this list. This was disrespectful. She is not. First of all, she's not better than Michael. Can we clear this up?
Hands down.
No,
that ain't even close.
How is Rihanna better than Brandy? How is Rihanna better than Jasmine Sullivan? How is Rihanna? She don't even really be singing like that.
How is she over D'Angelo?
Come on, man.
How is she over Usher?
Come on, bro.
Vocally.
Dog. I'm so sorry. That's it. Let me see. Oh, there go David. Somebody just asked about him. David Ruffin. Minnie Riperton.
Where my man at? Bruno Mars.
Oh, I don't know if Bruno's on here. I think he is though.
George Michael, I like this voice. I ain't seen Bruno. Lady Gaga. Keep going.
Yeah, that's my boy. That's my boy right there. That's my boy.
Distinctive. Clear. Tina Turner's Bad Girl. Willie. They just put people on there.
Mick Jagger. That's my girl. That's my girl right there. Sade. Hey, I don't care what y'all talking about. This ain't a popularity contest because it can't be. Because there's no way Michael Jackson is 80. If it's a popularity contest, there's no way Michael Jackson is 80. If it's a popularity contest. You know what I'm saying? Sade, that's my girl, though. That is my girl.
The sweetest taboo.
Hey, that's my girl right there. Love me some Sade.
She ain't better than Jasmine Sullivan, though, but keep going.
I think that's, let me see. Oh. Is that?
You got to go to 55 to 27.
Yeah, here we go. Rod Stewart, Tony Braxton. That's my girl. I ain't gonna lie.
Over Michael Jackson? Come on.
Nah, and not over Michael Jackson. Not over Michael Jackson. Ella Fitz.
She's a bad girl vocally.
James Brown.
He's bad vocally.
Ariana Grande should not be this high, bro. Now, if they would have switched her with Jasmine at this position, I wouldn't have had a problem with that. If they had Jasmine like 43, I wouldn't have had an issue with that. But Ariana Grande, man, Teddy Pendergrass.
That's about right.
Etta James, I think she's too high. That's just me personally. This is way too high. This is way too high. Way too high for Aaliyah.
You could have left her off, and I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have missed her.
I ain't gonna lie to you. She could have been 193 for real. Curtis Mayfield, Kurt Cobain. See, this is where they start filling in white people. They were trying to hurry.
And Tamar has a better voice than Tony.
Yeah, they just try to fill in white people before they got to get to the top 20. Luther,
31.
That's my boy right there. That's my boy.
I don't see Lionel Richie up here yet. 29. Mahalia. They got one gospel singer up here in Miss Mahalia.
Dolly Parton, Paul McCartney. That boy can sing. Yeah, she's pretty high. She is pretty high on this list. I forgot. Mary J. That's my girl, though. That's my girl. George Jones, Smokey Robinson. I thought that was too high, if I'm being honest. Adele, I think that's fair. I listen, if you got Adele up here, then Jasmine should have been right here, 23, 22. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you got Adele this high.
Jasmine sings circles. They're different styles, but you don't have Jennifer Hudson at all.
Nah, not even. And then Marvin Gaye. Y'all know the rest of the top 20. So that is the top 200 list. So it is what it is, but you already know what it is. Just wanted to give you that, guys, that little bit of insight. But Kofi, you know the breaking news. You're in that Florida area. Thoughts on the Ed Reed hire when you first heard about it?
You know, he was in my top 5 for them all along. And you know, obviously he's a big name. He's a totally different personality. You know, he's not that his brand is himself, you know, and I think it's a great hire. He's a great football mind. He's got a ton of resources. I want to see how they're going to pull all of that together. You know, just really going forward. I think that he's going to do a bang-up job because the kids absolutely love Ed Reed. And it's only a matter of time before he gets his players in there, and they do it. The thing that concerns me the most, as it is with a whole bunch of other schools, is will the administration and board at Bethune-Cookman give him the permission to be as great as he can be? And that's really where it falls to me, because football-wise, in his mind, he has the relationships, he has the resources, he has the money. Cookman has private donations. Their athletic facility, where the kids get trained, is good. It's solid. You know, but they need so much more to really get to where I believe that they can be. And it just really is going to come down to whether or not the president and that board can get their ish together and allow him to be as great as he can possibly be.
I mean, the ish is already starting. Like the press, when is the press conference? Like,
it's ridiculous, bro.
Jesus, like Bethune, even when you do stuff right, you still get it wrong. Like, when is the actual press conference? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even get it. Like, this should have been Jesus. Like, come on, man. Like, you guys are behind the eight. Like, even when you take 2 steps forward, it's like you jump 5 steps back. I don't get it, man. It's crazy. Now, let me ask you this. Who will own Florida? That's the question. Because, mind you, we understand University of Florida, University of Miami, they're going to do what they do, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But in the terms of recruiting against each other, where do you see this going?
Ed Reed has the bigger name. The thing is, FAMU has the more decorated school and program. I think that given time, Ed Reed's going to get his choice of guys in there if the board will let him do his thing. And that's still a very big if. You know, I believe in Ed Reed. I believe, you know, in fact, when they asked a coach in the SWAC about who they felt was going to be the next pro athlete that could really do a bang-up job, and Ed Reed and Ray Lewis's name consistently came up, you know, and to hear his level of respect, how the young man look, and he's a leader of men. And, you know, people that have grown up have watched him play, especially in Miami and South Florida. You know, he steps into your house. That's a big deal.
Hold on, Kofi. I've been on this channel for an hour. We've been doing this for an hour. There's 90 likes. I got over 300. If it don't get to 200 likes in the next 10 minutes, I'm about to turn this chat off, and it's going to be a members-only chat. You know what I'm saying? I'm not playing with you, Bamas, in 2023. I'm not playing with you. So you got 10 minutes in the show. You better get these likes up to 200. All right? And if not, I'm turning this into a members-only chat. All right, go ahead, Kof.
Yeah, just, you know, I have no doubt, you know, Willie's been, Coach Simmons has been here. He's been established here in the state as a recruiter. But, you know, Ed Reed is a bona fide celebrity. So he shows up at your school. The athletes are going to be banging just to get an opportunity to know and to see his spiel and to see how the presentation is going to go to. But the devil is always going to be in the details.
Absolutely.
You know, where we playing at? Well, we play in a high school stadium, you know, not that far away from, about 10 miles away from the school, you know, but our facilities, you know, are XYZ. And we got about 10 different combinations or 12 different combinations of uniforms, you know, and our school is ranked in the top 25, you know, among the HBCU. Well, where they rank? About 25, you know.
Oh, man.
You know, but I'm just saying, just stuff like that. But I will say this, if Cookman and their administration and board gets behind him, he'll easily be at the top of the stage. And that would include the unit. He would be blowing people's minds a lot like Coach Prime did at Jackson State.
I like it. I like it. Now, last follow-up to this. Give me one word. Florida Classic will be
epic.
Woo! I can't wait. I'm gonna be there. Gots to be there. I don't care if I don't care whose couch I gotta sleep on. I'm gonna be at the Florida Classic.
It's gonna be epic. It's gonna be epic. It always is. Of the classic games, the Florida Classic is a phenomenal experience within itself. You know, a lot of the stuff just really surrounds the game, and I really want them to bring Disney back as the sponsor because I know that it'll really, really, really be off glass then. But Orlando is a great host for a classic game of this magnitude, just because everything in there is already tourist oriented anyway, and the way everything already is, it's just gonna be epic, man. It's gonna be phenomenal.
I love it. I love it. Anybody asking how to become a member of the channel, I'm about to post the link in the chat. That is how you click on the link and you become a member to the chat. Now, listen, I gotta give credit where credit is due. A subscriber put in a comment and he said, Morgan State and Bethune-Cookman should make a classic called the Baltimore Classic. Something like that, to where, and they play it at M&T Bank or they play it in the Baltimore area because of Ray being at Bethune and Morgan being in Baltimore as well. I absolutely love the idea. I know Bethune doesn't want to travel like that because that's probably why they left the MEAC in the first place, is going all the way up to Maryland. But for damn sure, I would attend that. The Baltimore Classic with Morgan State and Ed Reed. I absolutely love the idea. I wanted to give that guy credit for the idea that was given. I thought it was absolute.
You know, it really would be good, you know, for them to do something like that. And, you know, you get sponsors to oversee that and to come up, bro. It could definitely happen.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. I'm going to show you guys. I'm not selling this because, you know, I don't want Bethune to kill me. So I'm not selling this, but I am giving away. I will be giving away a few t-shirts for giveaways for the channel once I get these made and produced. All right, you know, I don't waste no time on what I do. Let me see if I can find this real quick. Here we go. All right, so let me show you guys what I will be sharing with you all. All right, that is what I got produced. All right, so listen, Bethune-Cookman don't know what they doing, but I damn sure do. Okay, they want to slow up. My merch game is real. Okay, my merch game is real. So I will be giving a few of these away on the channel. I'm gonna get them made. I'm gonna give them away. I'm not selling anything. I don't want Bethune to come for me talking about, oh, Scotty, you stealing art. Nah, I'm not doing none of that. All right. So I will be giving these away to channel members and stuff like that. So just make sure you're following the channel and you're staying close, because once I get them, I'm giving them away. I'm gonna do some giveaways on the channel. So make sure you guys are tuned in and ready for that. But yeah. All right. So Bethune, step your game up, baby. That's all I'm gonna say. Step your game up. Don't take my idea. All right. Don't steal my stuff. Okay. That's originality on me. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Boy, that was tight right there, boy. That was tight work.
You know, hey, listen, man, I try, bro. I try.
That was good artistry.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So
that.
I do a little something, you know. I do a little something.
Yeah.
You know, I do a little something, you know, every now and again. All right, shout out to the new member, bro. Appreciate you. I am DJ KB. Appreciate you, new member. Thank you so much. All right, let me see if we add to that 200 likes. We are not at the 200 likes. We are. You know what? I ain't even mess with y'all members. This will now become a member. See, I ain't got time for y'all. It's a free like button. You members have a hard time hearing, but it's cool though. It's cool though. All right, it is cool. So, ain't no issue. Members only. Just that simple. Keep playing with me. All right, so moving forward, let's talk about the college football playoff games. All right, the college football playoff game. They were epic. Okay, epic. Michigan versus TCU. Nobody thought TCU would have a chance. Epic. Hell of a game. Kofi, did you get a chance to watch it?
Yes. Yes. And Michigan totally screwed that game up. He hardballed that game up. He definitely did that.
How so?
Okay. So the opening drive, Michigan gets the ball. And on the opening, I think the first couple of plays, they get the ball down immediately in the red zone, right up the gut. Then on the fourth down or the third down, they do a rollout to the right. And the guy drops back about 10, 15 yards, and TCU stops play. I'm like, what in the world are y'all doing? Just run the freaking ball up the middle and call it a day. Where did that come from? Like, what are you doing? Just be Michigan and do it. Then they got down there again, and they fumbled the ball inside the 1 yard line. TCU recovers. That's 14 points.
Well, my thing was the Philly special. I thought that was a horrible. You come out of a timeout and that's what you go with. That's what you go with. Absolutely hated the play call. The fumble, I don't think that's on Jim Harbaugh. That's actually on the player. You can't. I mean, like, it's a great call. You know, fullback blast, whatever you want to call it. I was surprised that TCU was able to stop Michigan's running attack the way that it did with the 3-3-5, because 3-3-5 is known to be a run gashing type of defense. But if you watch the setup, they really filled in they went zero and in the A gaps. They made sure that center and guard was always somebody head up or in a gap. So they stopped that. And let me tell you, that linebacker number 13, D. Winters,
he brought it.
Oh my God. You talking about a game of your life?
That
boy was playing out of his mind.
You know, and I think Michigan, they've got to get over that hump beyond Jackson. I'm sorry. Beyond Ohio State. And what I was going to say was their biggest game in their mind on their schedule has been Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
And once they get over that hump, they're kind of like, we've arrived. And then Georgia was sitting up there last year like, yeah, you arrived to get y'all tails taught frame, you know. And then the other team, TCU, you know, they was like, we're not finna lay down for y'all. You know, we got an opportunity here. We gonna seize this opportunity. And it's amazing. And one of the things that I thought about was Deion Sanders was up for this job last year. Would he have had this team in this position ready to win the way that they have?
Listen, you got to give credit to Duggan. He made some big time throws. I'm talking about the throw he threw to the 6'4" receiver for like the 75-yard.
That boy can play.
He was running backwards and he just flipped it. But to me, I got to blame that on the defensive coordinator. That was too much of a gamble and a risk at that time to just go all out blitz and you leave the guy one-on-one. I don't agree with that. I'm always on the notion of kind of like risk, high reward, like, you know, weighing that out. You know what I'm saying? But it was a great game. It was an absolute great game. I was really, really surprised how well TCU handled the running attack of
Michigan.
Because that's what everybody was worried about, and how well they ran the ball against Michigan with their starting guy going out. I believe he went out in the second quarter. He tweaked his knee, you know what I'm saying? And they had the backup, and he ran for 100 yards. So I thought that was an amazing game. The defense played out of its mind. And I'm not going to lie, Michigan had never asked McCarthy to do what they were asking him to do that game, which is throw them into the game and throw them into winning the game. Blue could probably, you know, talk about that a little bit more, but you know, I've never seen him have to be asked to do that. It's usually always been a run first team, and whatever he gets off of, it be off play action, it be off easy passes, easy reads, stuff like that. But they asked a lot of him, and he almost brought it back. I can't lie, he almost brought that game back. So,
and in my mind, just the 14 points that they had in the red zone that they didn't get is the difference in this game.
Absolutely. Now, rumor reports is that Jim Harbaugh is looking to go to the NFL if offered a job. He has 6 consecutive bowl losses on his resume at Michigan. I don't know. This is my thing with Jim Harbaugh, right? If you're Michigan, do you really look for another coach? Because let's be honest, Jim Harbaugh keeps you relevant. He keeps you winning. You know what I'm saying? Because it's real easy to say, oh, let's go get somebody else. And then you go back to, I don't want to say irrelevancy, but just being a dumpster fire.
They will be. The thing is, Jim Harbaugh totally fits the Michigan program, the ideal. He just hasn't won that big game yet.
Yeah.
And I know the fans are sick and tired of it, but eventually it's going to happen. He's too good of a coach. And he has that program right where they need to be. They just got to win it. The only other person that I could see bring that level of impact to the University of Michigan would be when Tom Brady finally stops playing football and decides to coach. If he ever decides to coach and say, hey, I want to be the head coach at the University of Michigan, I think he would be somebody that I think would be a big enough name to run that program the way that it could be run.
I don't think that's failing up, in my opinion. If anybody, this is, to me, what he's done at Michigan is not failing up, in my personal opinion. I really don't see it as failing up. He's been successful at the NFL league, at the NFL with 49ers. Came down, made Michigan relevant again. Let's not act like he didn't. And if he does decide to jump to the NFL, I don't consider that failing up, in my personal opinion.
I agree.
Because I think a lot of college coaches that win, like Nick Saban failed up. You know what I'm saying? Like he bombed it in the league and failed to Alabama. Well, Alabama was bad at the time, so it wasn't really failing up. But he got another job and he made Alabama a powerhouse. I think Jim Harbaugh shows that he can coach at a high level and at both levels, NFL and college. So I don't think that's failing up. Still ain't enough likes. We had 191. When we get to 200, I'll open the chat back up to a subscriber chat, right? But until we get to 200 likes, it is a member chat only, baby. All right, going forward. Man, listen.
Ooh, that game right there.
Hey, this game right here.
Yes, sir.
Electric. Absolutely electric. Kofi, go ahead, pop it off.
Boy, Ohio State brought that fire. They was in it. The show, look, we ain't no punks. We ain't finna back down. And they had it, bro. And Georgia had to put on their championship armor to come back the way that they did and to make the plays that they did down the stretch in the game. Obviously, those 2 third downs that Ohio State had in the last 10 minutes of the game were definitely difference makers when they had it near the red zone and had opportunities to make plays. They didn't, but a lot of that had to do with the way that Georgia stepped up defensively to apply the necessary pressure and get those guys out of position, man. But this game was an instant classic. Just hands down, it was an instant classic, and it's gonna go down in the ages as a game of the ages.
Now, okay. I'm going to give some opinions. I don't know what it is about Bennett Stetson. I don't see him being good in the league. You know, don't get me wrong. I think he played a great game. He threw a damn good ball in the seam against coverage. I mean, against man two-man look and threw it behind him. I don't think he is a NFL caliber quarterback. That's just my personal opinion.
No.
I feel like he's one of those Alabama quarterbacks before.
I think he's just like the championship quarterback that Georgia had back in the day before you was born and stuff. Buck Bellew, he's like that. He's a leader. He's a game manager. He's a good, solid college quarterback that will play back up in the NFL and end up coaching somewhere.
But C.J. Stroud, God, dog. This is the first game of CJ Stroud I've watched like the entire game because I watched like quarter and I turn away because I'm not big into Power 5 football, whatever. So this is the first game that I literally just watched the whole game, like, you know, from beginning to end. That kid is special. That's a bad boy. Ryan Day messed up his chance to go to the national championship. The last 3 plays that he called.
That's what I'm talking about.
DJ Stroud, so we say SWAT coaching is bad. Ryan Day effed this game up in the last minute of the game. CJ Stroud breaks free, runs, he gets it in field goal range. I could tell off the next play, and I was with the bodies. I was chilling with Andrew and Mr. Body and Mama Body. I was chilling with all of them. And I said this. I said, what you do on that next play lets me know what you're looking to do. If you're not aggressive on first down to try to pick up chunk yards, you're going to settle for the field goal. And the fact that he ran a weird run play to the left and lost yards, made it 2nd and 11. Then he did a weird bootleg where CJ almost got sacked and he had to throw it away. And on 3rd and 11, I don't know. I think he did another pass play, if I'm not mistaken, or a run play or whatever. But my issue is this. Is that if you were settling for the field goal, put the ball in the middle of the field. Run the ball, set it up to where you set it up in the middle of the field. And you give him a straight kick, not a hook, not a curve, a straight kick down the middle. It was the worst 3 plays called in the game. And CJ's, to me, I put that game on CJ Stroud. I go to my quarterback, I say, go win the game. Go win. You got us in this position. You go win the game. I don't think he did that. I think he took I don't like that he took the ball out of CJ Stroud's hand and went down. And I'm going to say this and I'm going to let you go. Marvin Harrison Jr. is a problem. He's
more than a problem.
That kid is a freaking problem.
He's a whole player, bro. It's in his genes.
He's a
that
problem.
Boy can play straight up.
Straight problem. Straight absolute problem. Marvin Harrison Jr. is a first-round talent. He's 6'4", 215, and run routes like he's like 5'11". To be that big and that good, I really felt bad that he went out.
And he catches the ball.
He can catch it. Oh, wow. So prayers for Hamlin, DeMar Hamlin. I think something bad happened. We're not watching the game. Something bad happened to him, but absolutely. Absolutely. But great game. We'll see. The final will be TCU against Georgia. Will you have that game, Kofi?
Georgia's definitely the favorite, being the champion coming in. But TCU has shown that they can hang, quote unquote, with the big dogs. But the dogs gonna take this one. I'm gonna say by 14. Their close call was against Ohio State.
Listen, I think. Yeah, I think Georgia wins it by 7. I really like TCU's tenacity. I really do.
They're gonna get after it.
I really do. I wouldn't be surprised if they lose by 3. I really wouldn't be surprised if they lose by 3. But I'll have Georgia by 7. I think Georgia by 7, maybe 10 will be my spread for this game. But I absolutely am going to be excited for this game, because the thing was, to me, and listen, I always say this: we give people a hard time when they do the wrong thing. Can we give credit to the committee for sticking by their guns and keeping TCU in there and not elevating Alabama? Because that's an easy cop out. That's an easy cop out. Oh, you lost to Kansas State. Bull. Okay, we're gonna kick you out, and then we're gonna bring Alabama in, and then everything. Let's give the committee credit. They stuck by their guns. They kept TCU in the top 4, and now look where they're at in the national championship. And what that does is, for teams like the TCU, the Big 12 teams that don't get looked at like the SEC teams and the Big 10 teams, they get more credibility in how they play and how well they do. So this is a good precedent to set, that TCU is in the national championship through the college football playoff system, and that they made it and they earned it like they did. So got to give credit to the football committee for sticking by their guns and deciding to go with that. All right, couple more things in the call lines. Call lines are open. 518-263-8124, 518-263-8124. Call lines are open. All right, Kofi. Bro, listen, these girls got waxed, and really, the score doesn't even do it justice how dominant Bethune-Cookman girls absolutely were in this game. This is a tough way for Pillow to start off. That's all I'm gonna say. What do you have to say about this loss? I know y'all gonna talk about this on ONG Strike Zone. Boy, oh boy.
Look, just really, and this was her worst game this year in terms of her team. This is the worst game that they've played this year, this far. Hands down. Every once in a while, I guess it happens. But to have it to happen at home to your chief rival like that is not a good look, especially with a new AD coming in. You know,
and she was in attendance too. She was definitely in attendance,
especially with a new AD coming in. This is not a good look. Can they play better? They have to. This team is better than they were last year, but they've got to show it, and they got to show it quick. Because if not, Pillow, what's that song? Lay your head on my pillow. She'll be laying her head on a pillow somewhere else other than Tallahassee, because she will not be our coach.
Man, listen. This is the issue for me. You guys listen. You guys can pound me to. I said the FAMU girls were good. They lost their top scorer early in the game in the second quarter, but the game was already over. So I can't even.
They played a bad game, bro. They just did not play well,
it just felt like watching the game. It's like nothing was going their way. The ball wasn't going down. But let me say this: the foot speed of Bethune-Cookman is what really bothered FAMU. I'm not going to take anything away from the Bethune-Cookman girls. They are quick. They are tenacious on the defensive side of the ball. They are going to be a problem for a lot of teams. They are a run and gun type style team. They're up in your face. They press you. They play tough nose defense, and they get easy buckets from layups and steals. So I don't think FAMU was ready for that speed. I really don't. And I think
they played as bad as they could play against a team that wanted it more. And when you have that to happen in any matchup, that's always the recipe for a blowout.
Yeah, listen, that was bad, bro. I'm telling you, I watched it from beginning to end. It was bad. And let me give credit where credit is due. I'm gonna go back and break all these games down tomorrow morning for the morning show. But listen, this girl right here, Deshante Edwards, she is going to be my pick for freshman of the year. She is my pick for freshman of the year. She is electric, right? She is up in your face. Like, she's the kind of player when you play on the street, like when you play pickup basketball, that they be like, hey man, you fouling, like get up, like you like, bro, you doing so much, like they all up in dog. That is Deshante Edwards. This girl had 8 steals.
That's ridiculous, bro. 8 in a freaking game.
Oh, she had 8 steals. She was everywhere. I'm telling you, like Visa, everywhere you wanted to be.
It sounded like you was about to call her Kang the Conqueror and everything.
Dog, she is dog. This girl was unreal. Like I'm telling you, unreal. And the grad senior Chanel Wilson, she had the same amount of points y'all did at halftime. She had 21. Y'all had 23 at half. Like, that's how bad this girl was scoring on y'all. She could have went for at least 30, 35, but you know what I'm saying? They kind of took her out and had some other girls going and stuff like that. But she's their leading scorer. She's averaged 17 points per game. But these 2 girls, man, shout out to them. Man, that girl Deshante Edwards, man. If you go back and watch that game, it was they probably had. I'm not bull crapping y'all. Bethune probably had 12 steals in the first half. I'm so serious. Like if I could pull up the box score, I'm going to do that right now. I really believe that they had 12 steals at the half. It was that crazy. It was really that crazy.
Our girls were definitely not dialed in. And then you get there and then you play a rivalry game like that at a time when the students aren't back, people aren't back in town. That had to be the lowest attended FAMU Bethune-Cookman game ever.
Man, it was dead, man. It was absolutely
bands not there, students not there. None of that stuff that you normally feed off of is there. And Cookman wanted this game, bro.
They did. And they took full advantage of nobody being there. I tell you that. They took full advantage of nobody being there because they had no energy to get back into the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's what a band does. That's what a crowd does for you. It gets you into the game. You know what I'm saying? When you feel like you're out of the game, but they ain't had nothing going for them. Nothing going for them. Well, let me pull it up. I'm trying to. Let me see. Gotta read. Let me see. Try to pull up something else.
She had more steals than Brett Favre.
Let me. Because I know this steal number is going to be outrageous. I just know that's why I want to bring it up so bad because I'm telling you every time, like the fool was trying to. You was trying to do something. It was a steal. What is going on? My internet is not working. Like I can't pull nothing up. Can any one of y'all pull this up and get the scat for me? Because I'm not letting this go. I'm really not letting this go. I want to see this.
You put in the box score?
I'm trying to. I was trying to find it on ESPN. Here we go. Let me see if I can pull up on my phone. Yeah, here we go. All right, cool. Let me see. All right, here we go. Box score, team stats. Here we go. They had 17 steals.
That's ridiculous. That's absurd.
They had 17 steals.
That's just bad. They played as bad as they could possibly play.
Yeah, it was honestly, it was really bad. It actually was really, really bad. I just felt like nothing was going right for FAMU because even like the point blank layups, it was coming. It was like I'm like, damn, is there a magnet in the ball? Like, it was just bad. Was it on? It was a lot of it was on ball. Like a lot of Edwards steals. I think like 4 of her steals probably came from on ball, like just straight D'ing up, like and jumping it. She reminds me of like a Marcus Smart type of player. That's what she reminds me of. And then a lot of her steals came from like cross court passes. Like they were trying to do cross court and she would just catch it, and then she would just they're a quick team. They're a really quick team. Jackson State beat Alcorn, the women basketball. I think they beat them by like 6 or 7, stuff like that. But like I said, I'll break into that more afterwards. Call lines are open 518-263-8124. 518-263-8124. Nobody's on the call lines right now. Kofi, anything you got coming up this week?
Well, we got the ONG strike zone. We got all kind of stuff that's coming down the pike. And obviously, with everybody being back, we may have our AD on finally. So hopefully that'll happen. But if not, we're going to chop it up about what's going on in in 2023. We kind of pretty much know what our homecoming date's going to be versus Prairie View on October the 28th. So we're looking forward to that already. But other than that, man, it's gonna be on and popping as we get our New Year's resolutions, our Rattler resolutions ready for 2023.
Absolutely. And before we get up out of here, I want to remind you all, listen, prayer and prophecy tomorrow, Tuesday, 7:00 with my future wife. She will be giving you guys a word for 2023. If you are a member, okay, the call lines will be open. So if there's anything you want to have prayer for, if she's led by giving you a prophecy as well, she will give you a prophecy of what you're going through or whatever. I don't know what the prophetic word is, Kofi, all that stuff. So, but yeah, so prayer and prophecy tomorrow, members live only. Make sure you're there. If you're a member, listen, these are the perks that you get. Make sure you take advantage of them when we do them. All right. So just want to give you that heads up. 3454 coming to you.
Kofi, Scotty, what's up? This is Mr. Sargent, triple striking you guys from Sanford, Florida. What's up?
What's up,
my brother?
Well, I called in last time. Don't ask me the show because I see every show and they all just merge together. And one of the things that Brother Scotty did for us was he rated the SWAC East facilities for football. I know we're talking about basketball, but I want to talk about football. And he put FAMU like just a little bit above Valley. So wanted to get your read on that, Kofi. And then who do we have to protest, call out on social media, beat up, bribe, or whatever to get our facilities at least up to Alabama State's level, if not Jackson State's level?
Well, Alabama State's level is a high level, and Jackson State had been trying to get their facilities upgraded. They were doing that before actually Deion got there. And when Deion got there, Coach Prime got there, the things accelerated. But before Coach Simmons got there, the roof was caving in at the field house.
Wow.
So it was way worse than what you see now. Like everybody's celebrating because actually something happened. The lockers that they had in that locker room had been in there since the darn 80s. The carpet that had been in there was there since the 80s. So yeah, they changed all that, but it's still not on level to where a FAMU program needs to be. So the person you blame is Larry Robinson. You get on Larry Robinson, you get on the board of trustees, and there needs to be a concerted effort to make sure that they understand that we've got to upgrade the facilities. Otherwise, this notion of being able to attract legitimate 5-4 and 5-star athletes is a pipe dream. It's not going to be a reality. Why would I go to a school whose weight room is not better than my high school's weight room? Why would I go to a facility and, they don't have the space that's necessary, absolutely necessary for a Division I program? You're talking about whirlpools, you're talking about recovery stuff now. And then now you got to have a team meeting room. Where's the team meeting room? Where are you going to have that? They do their best, Coach Simmons and those do their best to mask it up. They go into classrooms and do what they got to do, but that's not fair to the football team. You need a football only facility, or an athletic facility that's going to be able to house even more trainers so our athletes can get the attention that they need. But this is 100% on Larry Robinson. And now that we have our new AD, now that she's in, really getting with her and I want to say putting it out there, the necessity to do it. Now, how do you do it? There was already, as I've stated on this show before, and the ONG Strike Zone, there was already a what they call a P3, which is public-private partnership opportunity that was presented to FAMU that would have given FAMU a 35,000 seat stadium. They would have given us brand new locker rooms, weight rooms, and facilities, would have given us an indoor practice facility, and would have given us a hotel and shopping centers on the side in addition to a new dorm.
What happened? I'm just hearing about this. What happened?
Larry Robinson didn't sign the papers or agree to do it, and they got antsy and didn't do it. And the money was on the table that would not have come out of FAMU's personal pockets to get it done. It was a no-brainer, you know. But when you have people that don't value athletics, you have that stuff, you know, on there, man. So yeah, Larry Robinson.
All right. So is there a specific dollar amount? Like for instance, so in the project management space, we decide what we want to do, and you know, like architectural plans, like we build out the blueprints, and then we price what we want to do, and then we make sure we have enough money. If we don't, we say, okay, we're solid on what we want to do, but maybe we need some more money. So we come back next quarter and we look at it again, and we make one or two decisions. One, we're going to do it, but maybe we scale it down because we only have X amount of dollars, or we have the money, and then we go full steam ahead, and then they call me, hey, we need a project manager, sergeant, get down here and implement this thing. Is that the situation where we're trying to get some money, or we're at point one where we don't even really know what we want because we don't have architectural plans?
No. The architectural plans, I've seen, there are several architectural plans out there now. These renderings have been out there for years. Right now, if they do another rendering or anything like that, you're looking at, it's going to be, I think that we should go for the absolute gusto, just largely because, you know, we might not get this opportunity.
Historically, we know we're not going to change it for a long, long time. So whatever we go for, it's got to be the best for 2023, because it'll probably be 2063 before we change it again.
Correct. It needs to be ready to go to the year 3000, if you ask me. Because, you know, getting this opportunity, and see, again, it can't be a one-dimensional facility. I didn't mean to go down this whole little man, right. But it can't be a one-dimensional facility. FAMU, with the right facility, can host the state championship games. You know what that means in terms of recruitment? Correct. Even if the coaches are not there, you got the best high school teams in the state playing at your stadium in your facility.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then you know, just soccer games, just all kind of stuff can really happen, man. It's the sky's really the limit, but we gotta push. And if we don't push, now somebody asked about Dr. Robinson's one. It's just a 1-year extension. That's a whole different topic. It's just a 1-year extension. They cannot give him a multi-year contract right now. They can't. By law, they can't do it. So my point is, if that's the case, why not start the process of getting the new president in position while he's still there, you know, and keeping the ball moving so that there can be a seamless transition and we don't have to deal with a stupid interim.
All right. So listen, Scotty, thank you for your patience, man. I told you I was going to follow up on this with Kofi when we got on. I'm glad I was able to get in first. One last question. Do we have a schedule? I heard you say about PV for October and homecoming, but do we have the whole schedule? Because I really would like to see us play Alcorn this year.
No, that's not happening this year.
Okay. There's your answer.
Okay.
Appreciate it. All right. Let me go. JB, coming to you. What's up, JB?
Gentlemen, how y'all doing this evening?
Good, man. How about yourself?
I'm doing all right. Happy New Year to both you and to Kofi. I think I said it to Judge Smoke earlier, but I didn't get a chance to say it to Scott. Someone Happy New Year to you, and then Happy New Year to Kofi Hemingway as well. Actually, y'all kind of took my thunder a little bit because I was going to ask Kofi about Dr. Robinson's extension and raise, but but you already addressed that. I guess the other thing I want to ask also, you talk about the stadium issues and stuff. We had similar issues at BCU because I kind of talked about this with our stadiums as well. So I'm not sure if that's an HBCU problem. That's like a lack of admin problem. And then the other thing I want to bring up, of course, I know you guys talked about this or not. Your coach from Tulane with that upset today, how high did his stock just go? And when do you think he's going to be leaving that school to go to another major program?
I mean, listen, when you beat a major school like USC at Tulane, you know what I'm saying? Like, your stock is going to go up anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, especially, is he black or white? Is he white? You a white guy?
White guy.
Oh, so doors are opening like the Red Sea. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? If he was black, I'd be like, maybe. But the fact that he's white and he beat USC is like, okay, let's do this. Now, if I'm USC and I done paid Lincoln Riley all his money and you can't even beat Tulane with the Heisman, did Caleb play?
Yes, he did.
Oh, no. I need some of that money back, my boy. I need some of that money back.
And I'll go one step further. Isn't Courtney Gaucher at Tulane right now? And they got that big win?
Yeah.
He sure is.
Okay.
He sure is.
Yeah, absolutely. But here's the deal, right? So let's go to your first question.
Sure.
All right, and your first question in regards to Dr. Robinson, once again, the state can't give him a multi-year contract. So all they can do is just continue to give him 1-year deals. He's done a good enough job to give him a 1-year deal based off of the board and where they are. They do have documentation in terms of their meetings regarding the stuff that he needs to do in order to maintain his position. But he's done enough in terms of with our national ranking and the funds that were raised. It wasn't necessarily due to him, but while it's on his watch, then he's good. So, that's that, bro. I mean, in terms of the facility, it really comes down to Rattler Nation getting more engaged and involved. And really pushing the bar and making their voice heard that this is something that has to happen. If that doesn't happen, they'll be complacent and we'll be right back in this having the same conversation next year.
And Kofi, this is the sad part. Of course, I'm going to land this plane some actually at baggage claim right now. And of course, we beat this horse to death several times about MEAC and SWAC schools getting interested in facilities versus our FCS counterparts. And their investment theirs. We keep trying to compare ourselves to P5, yet we're not even as engaged as some of your higher level FCS programs are. So I'm not sure what has to happen to change that conversation, but something needs to happen with that.
Well, again, if the fans and Rattler, the MEAC and SWAC fans, if they don't get involved, the people that are running the university are not going to see the urgency in making those types of changes because their focus is always going to be more on the academic side than the athletic side, and I think rightfully so, but there needs to be a balance. But if we want to see it, we've got to step up.
Thank y'all, gentlemen, for your call. Appreciate y'all.
Hey, anytime, JB. Appreciate it. All right, last caller, 7612, coming to you.
Hey, what's going on, Scotty, Mr. Kofi? How y'all doing tonight?
What's good, man?
All right, how are you?
I'm good. This is Eric from Jersey. Really quick, Scotty, last week you was on the live. That's the last time I listened to you, and I just like to give credit where credit is due. Your lady hopped on and y'all was talking about money,
yeah,
or whatever. Yeah, so some money came into it came into my hand like 15 minutes after she spoke. So I'm gonna send you a little something on Cash App for that.
We appreciate that. Thank you,
So we just go get a little praise right there. And when it comes to, I had a thought about the Michigan game, and my thought was that they didn't respect their opponent, and I think that month off, I think that took the killer instinct out of them, because I feel like if they played maybe a week or two after the Ohio State in the Big Ten championship, I think that game would have been different. But that long time off, I think it just took the killer instinct out of them. And then when they ran that Philly special, it just wasn't. It showed that they didn't respect their opponent. So I just wanted to get your thoughts on those two things.
Man, I agree with you on I don't think they respected their opponent. I think they had a mindset like everybody, let's be real, everybody in America had that same mindset that TCU, it was going to get washed by Michigan, because I just knew with a 3-3-5, I'm like, they about to run this ball down their throat. And even the quarterback on the press conference said, we bring in the Big Ten to the Big 12, and we want to see how they are. So I think everybody had the mindset that they were going to get demolished, and I didn't think they respected their opponent. But when they got stopped multiple times on the goal line, they started panicking. They panicked. I don't care what nobody say. Now, they came back and they roared back and they tied the game up, went ahead or whatever. But they were nervous because they're like, this is not supposed to. When you're a team that is supposed to be so talented and not be in a game, when you're down, all you're thinking is, yo, we're not supposed to be here. And I agree with Booker. Once you start in that, I don't care what Jim Harbaugh says or what he don't say. When you're used to losing big games, that stuff haunts you, right? You're like, oh my God, is this going to happen again? Is this going to happen to me again? Oh my God, it just happens. So I just think it was a culmination of a lot of things. But at the end of it, I think it was the ghost of Jim Harbaugh and him losing the big games, and TCU just being more prepared. What you got, Cole?
That's it, bro. I mean, you had a team, and look, TCU has capable athletes. I think a lot of times when it comes to name recognition in football, until you get out there and actually prove it, people are going to continue to say what they're going to say about you and your team. But when you get out there and you ball out the way that you're capable of balling out, you earned what I guess was called that street respect, where they have to give it up. And TCU was just in that spot, and for me, I'm just like, why, it's Texas. That TCU has the best football program right now in Texas. They are better. They've been better than Texas A&M, and they've shown up been better than the University of Texas.
Yeah.
That's saying a whole lot in a football state that gives probably the second most 4- and 5-star athletes in the country. They're not sorry. They're not slow. They can run. They can play. And they've been playing football since probably since birth, many of them anyway. So underestimate football in Texas is all you want to. Them Bamas can play, and if you don't come to play, they'll beat you just like Michigan found out.
Oh, really quickly, Jim Harbaugh has 7 bowl losses, because you got to count that Super Bowl losses too.
Lord have mercy. The disrespect.
Eventually, he's gonna get it done. Just he ain't got it done yet. So it is what it is.
Listen, man, I'd rather have a coach that gets me there, and I lose, than I never get there. I'll take that any day, because you never know how it might play out. You never know if that might be your one opportunity to go. So I don't care what y'all talking about, right? Come on, man. Listen, look, something's got to give. Something has got to give, and I'll take somebody who gets me there over somebody who don't any day of the week. I'm gonna just be real with that. But listen, all right, that has been our time, man. Kofi, make sure y'all tune into the Bowling Strike Zone on Wednesday on YouTube. What is it? 9 o'clock? 8 o'clock.
8
o'clock. Wednesdays for the Bowling Strike Zone with Kelvin, Brian, and my boy Kofi. All right, listen. With football season not being where it's at, I won't probably be as live as I usually am, so it'll be very sporadic. All right, so nothing really set in stone for right now. All right, so just make sure you got your notifications on. Make sure you're just checking into the channel, see what's going on, because you never know when I might go live and things like that. But definitely tomorrow we'll be doing a live show, and listen, we're gonna pray for y'all like y'all pray for us. If you know you ain't right with the good man, don't be praying. Don't put my name in none of your stuff. All right, if you're not right with God, don't put my name in none of your stuff. All right, but if you know you got some power, if you got some power, make sure you add me in them prayers. All right, listen. Until next time, you know what I'm gonna do. I'm a holler. God bless. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.